Hello friends, and welcome to the tutorial on advanced features of functions. At the end of this tutorial, you will be able to assign default values to arguments when defining functions, define and call functions with keyword arguments, learn some of the built-in functions available in Python standard library and the scientific computing libraries. Before beginning this tutorial, we would suggest you to complete the tutorial on getting started with functions. So now let us start the IPython interpreter in command. So type IPython space -pylab in command. Now let us see the round function as an example to understand what a default value of an argument means. Let's type the following expression in the terminal. So type round within brackets 2.484 and hit enter. Then type round 2.484, 2. Both the first expression and the second are calls to round the function, but the first calls it with only one argument and the second calls it with two arguments. By observing the output, we can guess that the first one is equivalent to call with the second argument being 0.0. S.strip function strips on spaces. S.strip within single quotes @ has stripped the string of @ symbols. Thus it can be said that here blank space is the default argument. And for next, plot within brackets x, y plots x versus y using default line, the default line style. Then plot x, y, within single quotes O, plot x versus y with circle markers. Hence here when third argument is not provided, it shows default line style. Linspace within brackets 0,2 star pi, 100 returns 100 points between 0 and 2 pi, and linspace 0,2 star pi returns 50 points between 0 and 2 pi. Hence the default for the third argument is 50. Now let's define a simple function that uses default arguments. We define a simple function that prints a welcome message to a person, given a greeting and his or her name. So type on the terminal def space welcome within brackets greet, name is equal to within double quotes world, then colon, and hit enter. Then type print greet, name and hit enter. Let us first call the function with two arguments, one for greet and other for name. So type welcome and in brackets in double quotes hi, in double quotes Guido. We get the expected welcome message, that is hi Guido. Now let us call the function with just one argument, hello. So type welcome within brackets in double quotes hello. Hello is treated as the greet and we get hello world as the output. World is the default value for the argument name. Pause the video here and try out the following exercise and resume the video. Redefine the function welcome by interchanging its arguments. Place the name argument with its default value of world before the greet argument. So now switch to terminal for solution. Def space welcome within brackets name is equal to in double quotes world, greet and colon, and hit enter. Then type print greet, name and hit enter. Now we can see an error that reads syntax error, non-default argument follows default argument. Then IPython console and line 1. When defining a function, all the argument with default value should come at the end. So pause the video here and try out the following exercise and resume the video. See the definition of linspace using question mark and make a knot of all. The arguments with default values are towards the end. So now switch to terminal for solution. Type linspace question mark and hit enter. As we go on hitting the enter key, we get the number of arguments this command has. So please read the content on your terminal. So pause again and try out the following exercise. Redefine the function welcome with a default value of hello to the greet argument. Then call the function without any arguments. Now switch to terminal for solution and type def space welcome within brackets greet is equal to within double quotes hello, comma name is equal to in double quotes world and colon. Then type print greet comma name. After hitting enter, type welcome and closing brackets. As we can see, we get the output as hello world. Let us now learn what keyword argument or name arguments are. We shall refer to them as keyword arguments henceforth. When you are calling functions in Python, you need to remember the order in which to pass the arguments. Instead, you can use the name of the argument to pass it as a value. This slide shows a few function calls that use keywords arguments. That is loc, line width, xy and labels are being called the keyword arguments. Let us try and understand this better using the welcome function that we have been using all along. Let us call it in different way and observe the output to see how keyword argument works. So type terminal welcome within brackets, just empty brackets, then welcome in brackets double quotes hello, double quotes James, then again welcome and in brackets double quotes hi, name is equal to in double quotes Guido. When no keyword is specified, the arguments are allotted based on their position. So hi is the value of the argument greet and name is passed the value Guido. If we type on the terminal welcome within brackets name is equal to Guido in double quotes, greet is equal to in double quotes hey. When keyword arguments are used, the argument can be called in any order, and if we call our function as like welcome within brackets name is equal to Guido in double quotes, in double quotes hey, this call returns an error that reads non-keyword arg, that is argument after keyword arg. Python expects all the keyword to be present towards the end. So that brings us to the end of what we wanted to learn about keywords arguments. So before defining a function of your own, make sure that you check the standard library for a similar function. Python is popularly called batteries included language for the huge library that comes along with it. Math functions abs, sin, then plot functions we have plot, bar, pi, then in boolean functions like and or not. Apart from the standard library, there are other libraries like Pylab, SciPy, etc., which have a huge collection of functions for scientific purposes. Pylab has like plot, bar, contour, box plot, error bar, log, polar, qver, semi-log. And SciPy we have modules fftpack, stats, then lin alg, then nd image, signal, optimize, integrate. So this brings us to the end of this tutorial. In this tutorial we have learned to define functions with default arguments, call functions using keyword arguments, use the range of functions available in the Python standard library, and the scientific computing related packages. Here are some self-assessment questions for you to solve. All arguments of a function cannot have default values, true or false. Then second question, the following is a valid function definition, true or false. And the function is given def separator within brackets count is equal to 40, char comma show is equal to false, colon if show colon print character into count, then return character star count. And the third question is, when calling a function, the arguments should always be in the order in which they are defined. Then second option, the arguments can be in any order. The third option, only keyword argument can be in order but should be called at the beginning. And the last option is only keyword argument can be in any order and should be called at the end. So now we can look at the answers. The first one, false. All arguments of a Python function can have default values. And second one is also false, because all the parameters with default arguments should be defined at the end. And the third and the final one, when calling a function, only keyword argument can be in any order but should be called at the end. So we hope you have enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful. Thank you.